don't be doing all that. And I don't know if it's because he's a man, but he don't be doing all the extra falling out stuff with him.
We're gonna get through this. She's my best friend.
Joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Yeah. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter has now added fuel to the fire engulfing her father's business empire after her words in court leaving Floyd in tears and feeling betrayed. In a surprising and unfiltered remark following the recent gym strike, she said she wouldn't be shocked if her father's financial dealings were starting to collapse. If he owes people money, he should pay. That's just what it is, she stated plainly. She went on to describe her father as a tough man who would do anything to succeed, a relentless force who has never let rules or feelings slow him down. He'll go all the way to win, she said. That's how he's always moved.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Her statement comes just as a former employee at Floyd Mayweather's gym has revealed disturbing truths about the toxic conditions workers are facing behind the scenes. According to this employee and several others who have now come forward, working under the Mayweather brand has felt less like a job and more like being forced to worship a figure who refuses to acknowledge them. They claimed they were expected to treat Mayweather like a god, untouchable, unapproachable. There was no peaceful work environment, no reliable pay, and staff were reportedly forbidden from speaking directly to Mayweather about their concerns.
I started working here in September of 2023, and on my first day of employment, the team was not employed. And from that day, I've always been worried, but I just thought that I could help turn this around, and I was fed with lies from the beginning. Unfortunately, this has led me here a year and a half later doing this, and it was out of fear that I didn't ever speak.
Mental health, they say, has crumbled under stress, silence, and fear. The protests that erupted outside Mayweather Boxing and Fitness in Los Angeles have exposed even deeper fractures in the empire. Employees claim they haven't been paid in weeks, and some allege that the gym is on the verge of shutting down due to unpaid rent. Demonstrators held signs with phrases like modern-day slavery and the money team has no money. Legal trouble is brewing too. Workers say Mayweather's gym has violated the California Labor Code, which includes fines for delayed pay and wage penalties for everyday payment is withheld past 30 days. Several employees are reportedly preparing to take legal action. To make matters worse, this isn't the first sign of collapse. A separate Mayweather gym in Elk Grove already shut down after a landlord sued for over $30,000 in unpaid rent. Despite these growing financial cracks, Mayweather continues to flaunt luxury, including a controversial multi-million-dollar real estate purchase over Christmas that's now under scrutiny. But the shine is wearing off. Between lawsuits, strikes, and now his own daughter questioning his actions, the once bulletproof image of Money Mayweather is starting to split wide open. These patterns point to one increasingly discussed possibility, that Floyd Mayweather, despite the image he portrays, may actually be struggling financially.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them house.
This is not a new concern. Even Mayweather's own father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., has expressed worry over his son's spending habits. As someone who has played a critical role in Floyd's career and continues to be close to him, Mayweather Sr.'s warnings are hard to ignore. He has publicly noted that Floyd's unchecked spending could lead to ruin, saying that wealth of such magnitude can be incredibly difficult to manage. When you have this much money, sometimes you can't control it, he said. Another 100 million, 200 million on top of what you already have looks like a tall thing, but you can do all kind of things with money. If Floyd does the right thing with his life, he will be alright for the rest of his life. But you can get through any amount in 2 years spending on possessions, trips, cars, and women.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best.
This concern is part of the growing belief that Mayweather's recent string of exhibition matches is less about legacy and more about staying afloat. He has been involved in several of these bouts, including his controversial match against YouTuber Logan Paul. Another one is reportedly in the works against former Manchester United star Rio Ferdinand to take place in Dubai. These matches raise questions. Why would a boxer of Mayweather's pedigree need to continue fighting lesser-known or unqualified opponents? The answer many see is money.
My job is to help you. Yeah, I'm with Floyd, getting a check. I get a check from Floyd, but I want to push you. Have your own business while you traveling the world with me, and we laughing, we kicking, and we joking. You got a company where you're making money also. So if something go wrong and you're not with me no more, you don't have nothing bad to say about me.
Jake Paul has gone on record several times stating that Floyd is broke. In an interview with Rob Moore, Jake Paul alleged that Mayweather was likely spending all his money on women and superficial luxuries, claiming, "Floyd Mayweather is broke. I've been saying it all along. I think he probably spent it on the girls he pays to be around him." Logan Paul, too, has complained about unpaid dues. He claims that Mayweather still owes him about $5 million for their exhibition match and has said that not receiving the money has limited his ability to make certain purchases, including a private jet. Mayweather, meanwhile, insists that everything has been settled, but Logan is reportedly considering legal action.
Now, did Logan ever get paid with the situation with Floyd Mayweather?
Nah, not yet. Floyd Mayweather's broke. You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize. He gets these big checks and doesn't pay the taxes on it. And then the IRS comes hunting him down later. He owes a lot of people I know money. And Logan's deep down on that list, so I don't.
There are further signs of financial instability through a series of lawsuits filed against Mayweather over unpaid luxury goods. Just recently, the Jewelers Incorporation sued him for $1.4 million for failing to pay in full for a $3 million diamond necklace. In 2023, a Miami jeweler named Leonard Suleimanov, owner of Lenzo & Co., filed a lawsuit against Mayweather claiming he owed almost $3.9 million for luxury watches and jewelry. Suleimanov's lawsuit included accusations of fraud and civil theft.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need a leg. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5". Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier.
Mayweather's tax issues also paint a troubling picture. In 2010, the IRS filed a tax lien against him for $7.2 million. Then in 2017, he filed a petition to the U.S. tax court asking for a delay in paying a $22.2 million tax debt from 2015, stating that he did not have enough cash on hand to pay until after his fight with Conor McGregor. This request came as a surprise considering Mayweather had just posted images of new luxury cars, jets, and expensive watches on social media.
To erase their income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes will...
In 2024, the situation got worse. A U.S. court ordered Floyd Mayweather to pay $2.4 million to Nigerian company Zinni Media after he breached a contract. According to reports, Zinni Media had signed Mayweather to appear at several events but claimed he never showed up. The court granted enforcement of the judgment, which could include seizing Mayweather's luxury vehicles. These revelations expose what appears to be a pattern of extravagant spending, unpaid dues, and lawsuits. But they also raise more personal concerns about the people around Mayweather who are affected by these financial decisions. His employees, for instance, seem to be at the bottom of the priority list. Despite building his brand as a symbol of wealth and success, those who actually run the day-to-day operations of his business claim they are being ignored, underpaid, and silenced.
I had to deal with unsurety. I had to deal with conflict with my now wife because of me not figuring out where I'm gonna do, where am I gonna get money from to pay my bills? Like this is insanity, man. Like we've had like members come here and try to offer us like, you know, we can help you out here, we can give you money, or people gave us Chick-fil-A cards so that we could try to eat food. Like this.
Some fans have also begun to criticize Mayweather's lifestyle, particularly on social media, where he regularly showcases cars, watches, and women. One fan noted, "This is all he has. Terrible way to waste your money. No wonder he went bankrupt." Another fan remarked, "Mannin, if he ever goes broke, videos like this are gonna make him look bad." Someone else commented, "Money can't buy class. He's literally ruined every piece with diamonds, SMH." And then there's Mayweather's own statements that sometimes confirm the persona critics worry about. In 2019, he said, "I never do anything for free. I don't even do sex for free. Either she pays or I pay." He later clarified that he sees himself as a sponsor rather than a hustler, saying, "I put the money behind you to elevate you to the next level if you're willing to go to the next level." These quotes only serve to strengthen the public's suspicion that Mayweather's entire empire might be built more on illusion and braveness than actual long-term financial sense.
Floyd Money Mayweather, the king of bling. I mean, he's got millions of dollars worth of diamond jewelry on, but in my opinion, it's a bit much. What do you guys think?
There's also the claim that Mayweather owed Manny Pacquiao a portion of earnings following their massive 2015 fight, though the full legal details remain unclear. Regardless, this is yet another example in a list that suggests financial disorganization or mismanagement. Ultimately, the ongoing wave of employee protests, lawsuits, unpaid dues, and warnings from those closest to him suggests a reality that stands in stark contrast to the opulence Mayweather projects. It's a world where gym staff can't talk to their boss, where wages go unpaid for weeks, and where real estate acquisitions are somehow prioritized over keeping businesses afloat. What we're seeing isn't just the downfall of a boxing empire, but perhaps the beginning of a larger collapse, one hidden behind luxury cars, filtered Instagram photos, and glittering jewelry that may not even be paid for.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the store you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest.
This isn't the first time Mayweather's gyms have been affected by financial issues, and it likely won't be the last. The Money Team boxing gym in Elk Grove was previously forced to shut down after the landlord took legal action over unpaid rent totaling $30,000. Now, the Los Angeles location is facing the same fate, with workers openly questioning whether Mayweather himself even knows about the problems, or worse, whether he knows and simply doesn't care. This adds to growing concerns that the empire Mayweather built on the back of an undefeated career is crumbling under the weight of mismanagement and misplaced priorities.
We got options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari.
While the Los Angeles employees protest lack of pay and fear the gym's impending shutdown, Mayweather appears to be operating in a completely different world. During the Christmas period, he dropped $20 million to acquire a major piece of Manhattan real estate. The property, located on 6th Avenue near 47th Street, spans almost a quarter block and houses offices and jewelry shops. Its location is prime, sitting close to Broadway, Rockefeller Center, and Radio City Music Hall. For most people, this would be considered a power move. But for someone facing multiple unpaid wage claims, IRS debts, and repeated lawsuits over contractual violations, it seems more like reckless spending.
For 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, fuck it.
Mayweather told TMZ that he has sentimental ties to the area, having shopped there in his younger days. "I used to shop in the Diamond Exchange as a young adult," he said. "I never thought I would end up owning this important property at the entrance of 47th Street. Yet, the emotional angle doesn't erase the obvious contradiction. Acquiring a luxury property while your employees go unpaid and your gym network slowly collapses shows where his attention really lies. Boxing news outlets and insiders have started speaking up about the disparity between Mayweather's projected wealth and his behind-the-scenes behavior.
You often say, you're just a guy with a job. I have a job, though. So who would you fight next?
And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point. Why are you coming back?
I can make $200 million in 18 months. Because I want to. Because I want to come back and steal some more money. Is that okay with you?
It's fine.
Okay,
I enjoy watching your fights.
Okay.
Who might be next?
It doesn't matter.
Chris A. from Boxing News posted on X, pointing out that while Mayweather once earned $300 million in a single night fighting Manny Pacquiao, the image of unstoppable wealth is now being peeled back to reveal a troubling financial reality. According to the post, that reality includes IRS debts, unpaid staff, and even allegations of real estate fraud.
Hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money. I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money.
I don't think he needs the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you spend...
Mayweather's boxing resume remains untouchable. With 50 wins and 0 losses and 15 world titles in 5 weight divisions, he's still considered one of the sport's all-time greats. But that legacy is being overshadowed by the way he's handling or mishandling his post-career wealth. His spending, once branded as motivational by fans and followers, is now being compared to the financial collapse of other athletes who lost everything due to poor judgment and unchecked indulgence. Despite all this, Mayweather continues to display the same flamboyant style.
There's no points, right? Because it's an exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing.
Also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming.
On the same day financial concerns about his gym were surfacing, he posted a photo of himself signing a WBC belt on X. For someone rumored to be on the edge of bankruptcy, this kind of behavior feels out of touch, especially as he's also trying to lure investors into a new form of cryptocurrency. According to fan reactions, Mayweather has gone as far as offering his WBC belt as a gift to those who commit larger investments into the crypto initiative. To many, this reek of desperation.
Floyd Mayweather has closed down a mall. He has rented out the entire mall and he spent $15 million. The proof that this happened is Floyd in a mall and Floyd with a bag of cash that probably had about 100 grand in it. He says, man, I'm a VIP, I'm a VP, I'm a VVVVIP. You wanna know why he was whispering, guys? He was whispering so that he didn't disrupt the employees and fellow shoppers at the mall. It's okay, this is a gimmick. Floyd did
The crypto push isn't the only questionable move he's made lately. His long-standing reputation for extravagant tipping and over-the-top shopping sprees has also recently backfired. While in London, Mayweather visited the famous Selfridges department store and reportedly spent around £200,000 during a single shopping trip. During that visit, he handed out cash tips to staff, including £3,000 to personal shoppers and £2,000 to members of the security team. But the tip to the security guards was blocked by Selfridge's management, who claimed it had to be donated to charity instead.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
The guards, who are not directly employed by Selfridge's but work for a contracted security company, were reportedly furious. According to one insider, they felt robbed. These are not highly paid employees, and such a tip could have made a significant difference in their lives. When they asked for proof that the donation had actually gone to charity, Selfridge's refused to provide receipts. The guards even offered to select a charity themselves, but that too was denied. One of the guards allegedly considered organizing a protest, but backed down, fearing it would cost him his job.
Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing...
Meanwhile, the personal shoppers were allowed to keep their tips, leading to accusations of double standards and favoritism. Security staff working under contracts felt powerless to speak up, knowing they had little protection if they did. One source told the media that when Mayweather walks into the store, he is treated like royalty and allowed to roam the shop floor freely, picking what he wants while enjoying a 10% discount. Contracted security guards are not even eligible for those discounts. That in itself shows the layers of privilege and inequality built into how Mayweather's wealth is displayed and managed. Well, what do you think? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more.